We're going to be ranking and talking about the most problematic and canceled Drag Race girls in the franchise. This is probably gonna be my most problematic video. We're gonna get canceled for this. I know this one is going to get me in trouble. I brought you here because I wanted you to share your story and your voice, and I wanted people to understand where you're coming from, and I think I might have just made things worse for you. As someone who loves villains, as someone who loves liars, I'm gonna have to put her in the problematically iconic section.
Oh my god.
I think have her comeback moment. To be so wrong and to not give a problematically iconic is the only way to describe someone like this. I told Irene if it was me in that situation, I would have. What's the tea, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another Mistress Monday. Now, before I get started, I need to give my disclaimer. This might be the most problematic and chaotic video I've ever made. I know y'all are gonna shove me in the comments. A lot of you are gonna be like, oh my god, Mistress is just making this so she could look better. Mistress is a evil bully and she's bringing up all. Listen up, cause a real bitch is talking who makes real money. Weirdos. Who am I to judge who's problematic and who's canceled? Who am I to judge someone who we should all cut off and excommunicate? Well, thank you for asking. I am the queen and the HBIC, and this is my kingdom. So buckle up, strap in, strap on, because you're in for a wild ride. I'm gonna stop yapping. Let's bring on my guests and get into the foolishness. But before I do, if you enjoy content just like this and you enjoy me having these special guests, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do your big one, because when you do, I can have amazing guests just like today's. Y'all, welcome to the channel. She's canceled, she's problematic, she is a bully. Hopefully she doesn't say my breath stinks. She is the one and only Arrietty. What does it mean to be canceled or problematic? Would you say you're canceled or would you say you're problematic?
No. You don't think so?
We're gonna get to what I think because, baby, you're my niece. I've known you for a while since before you were on Drag Race, and I think I'm gonna have to discipline you, but I believe in tough love. I'm gonna give you your spankings, I'm gonna give you your lashings, and hopefully after this, you will have your come to Jesus, Jerusalem candle, baptism, Eureka O'Hara moment. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, do you think it's worse to be canceled or to be problematic? And what's the difference?
It's worse to be problematic than canceled.
No.
Why?
To be problematic is just to be like polarizing. I feel like to be canceled is them having proof that you did something that you should be like excommunicated from not only the fandom, the stratosphere, but from the universe.
Okay.
That's how I view it. I would say you borderline canceled.
Oh my.
We're gonna get into it.
Okay.
I already hear the comments now. Oh my god, Mistress, you're canceled too. They're gonna tell me I'm wrong. We're going to be ranking and talking about the most problematic and canceled Drag Race girls in the franchise. What do you think is the craziest thing you've done? Let's get real for a second. Are you ever trying to be intimate with your man, but he's struggling to keep it up? I partnered with my friends over at Rose Sparks. I want to give a huge shout out to my friends over at Rose Sparks for sponsoring today's video. If your man needs some help in bed, Rose Sparks is a prescription treatment that might be right for him. Though I'm not a real Rose user myself, Rose Sparks are a 2-in-1 prescription treatment that helps guys feel more confident and ready to go. They dissolve under the tongue, which means they hit the bloodstream faster than traditional pills, and once the medication dissolves, Rose Sparks works in 15 minutes on average. That means you aren't sitting around awkwardly waiting for things to kick in. And the best part, not only does Rose Sparks give you the boost to last longer so everyone can get more pleasure in bed, but its dual action formula contains Tadalafil, which stays active in your system for up to 36 hours, meaning you can go back to back and be ready the next morning. The entire process is online. No awkward doctor visits, just a private online visit with the Ro affiliate provider. If you're approved, Rose Sparks ships directly to your door. So if your partner can use a little extra help in the bedroom, tell him to go to ro.co/IsabelleBrooks for an exclusive offer. If prescribed, he'll get $15 off his first order on a recurring plan. That's ro.co/IsabelleBrooks. With that being said, I want to give a huge shout out to my friends over at Rose Sparks for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's jump back into the foolishness. Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. For full safety information, go to ro.co/safety-info. What do you think is the craziest thing you've done?
I don't know. Most of the things that are like online already.
The phrase that if it's on the internet, it exists forever is true.
It's true.
And that's why I regret nothing that I've done. Do you regret anything that you've done?
No, because it has led me to this moment and I am in a much better headspace. Therapy, anger management, it has got me together and I am learning and growing. I am grown. I am.
Okay, that's given like a little PR training. Like,
first of all,
who PR trained you?
No one. me and my brain and change, you know, for the better.
So do you feel like you've changed?
Yeah. Ask the audience.
I love that. I'm genuinely asking because like I told you, I really don't keep up with like other people's drama. Call it selfish, call it narcissism. Mm-hmm. It's the Mistress show 24/7. Me. I really don't read about other people's stuff or like hear about other people's stuff unless it's like word of mouth.
Right.
And I've heard a lot about you.
Oh!
How would you describe your situation, your relationship with Arrietty? Because that was or is your daughter.
Not any longer. I
Okay, sister, once your daughter, always your daughter. We all have those kids we want to.
No, she's that's not, no.
Is it, do you think it could be saved?
No. I will say this. I never forgive someone who f***s with my money, my character, or my man.
Sprinkle. Bitch, I can't even argue with that. F that bitch, no shade. Arrietty, you fucking tried it, bitch, you yuck mouth hoe.
She truly tried it.
I'm gonna be honest, listen, I'm here as your sister slash auntie slash fairy drag mother. I'm here to keep it real, I'm gonna discipline you. I feel like you're the perfect person for this video because like I said, you borderline problematic and canceled. Like, let's just jump into it. She's gonna be watching right now, they're gonna send this to her.
Okay.
When's the last time you talked to Irene?
It's been a while, and I get it. I mean, I said some hurtful and she reacted to it, and I understand that.
We need to keep it real because everyone has their own ideas and justifications and what they think is right and wrong. I think people need to realize there really isn't always a right and wrong. Sometimes people just do dumb and they deserve their beat. And I think that you deserve to get your beat, but Irene took it easy on you because that's a mother's love. Okay. And that's why I think that this could be fixed and this could be remedied. Will y'all return to how it used to be? Probably not. I don't believe in I'm sorry's.
No,
I think that
it's action.
People do what they do and how people take it is how they take it, but actions speak louder than words like you just said, and I think that you can show her that there's still love there.
Of course there is. I mean, yeah, especially since I'm actually working on bettering myself.
That's such a beautiful PR response, but let me just tell you, I'm gonna keep it real.
Oh my God.
When all that was happening.
Yeah. You were cackling, I know you were.
Well, no, here's the thing. I know people are gonna be like, oh, Mistress full of I do not celebrate other people's downfall. As I was watching, I texted you to delete it. I literally texted her to delete it. I was like, girl, as I was watching it unfold, I was like, oh, I already saw where it was going. I can spot a train wreck from a mile away. And I would
That was definitely a train wreck. That was a plane crash.
We all have those moments. And I think that you need to realize what you did was not only wrong, it was crazy.
I know it was.
Where was your headspace? Like, what was that given?
My headspace, girl, there was nothing in that thing. I promise you, it was just marbles and bubblegum.
Okay.
No, it was just also a lot of hurt.
What was hurting you?
A lot. Trauma, childhood things, you know? Therapy.
This is my RuPaul moment. I'm like,
yeah, give me my hand.
What was hurting you, baby? Give me the tears.
Oh, hold on. I can do it, No, I'm a fart.
Listen, if you're ever in a situation where you're getting canceled or people are trying to ruin your career, here's what you do. Ask me.
What was hurting you?
People would just not let me live and they kept shaming me for just being myself and they would call me fat and they would just bully me and I had to take it out on someone else. And that's why I went on this journey and I changed. I promise I'm not the same mistress. I'm not that mistress anymore.
No, what is it?
Twink?
Ooh.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I told Irene if it was me in that situation, I would have. Trigger warning, we're gonna be talking about some very sensitive subjects here. And we're not trying to wake anything up and like bring up old drama. This is not drama. Well, some of the cancellations will be drama. I don't believe in cancel culture. I do believe in allowing people to make mistakes. And the truth is, whether you're a public figure or a bitch who works at McDonald's down the street, like many of you watching, we all make mistakes. It's true. Let's stop yapping, let's jump right in. Okay, we're gonna be ranking the most problematic, most canceled queens. Will one of us end up on the list? Who knows? Highest level, they should be excommunicated. We have the instant chop. That means that what they did is unforgivable. It is what it is. Secondly, problematically iconic. That means, yes, we should have with them. Yes, we should cut them off. Yes, no one should book them. Yes, they should be just done. But they're gonna come back and we're gonna eat it up each and every time. Be honest, a lot of y'all like it. Y'all subscribe, y'all tune in. I'm not problematically iconic, I'm just iconic. Under that, we have they're walking the tightrope. You know, you can argue both sides. You can argue they're problematic, you can argue they're canceled. Then you have woke up on the wrong side. Maybe they just have one little problem, one little scandal. And last but certainly not least, we have the misunderstood category, which
a lot of us fall in that.
I'm not gonna sit here and play this game with you anymore. My last disclaimer, I promise, this video is gonna be so problematic. I already know it's gonna be controversial.
Oh my god.
Y'all asked for it. Y'all gave us a suggestion. We're gonna just go with the flow. Do you promise to tell the truth? This is gonna upset some of our sisters. They're gonna be confused why they're on this list.
I am screaming.
Look in the camera, talk to them.
I'm screaming.
Okay, we're gonna jump right in. Shout out to the Patreon members who submitted their most problematic and canceled Drag Race queens. We are kind of blind reacting. We have Gia.
Excuse me?
I love Gia.
I love Gia.
I love Gia. Gia has been on my channel multiple times. I think Gia is an amazing entertainer. Would you say she's problematic or would you say she's canceled?
Problematic. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
She's polarizing and problematic.
Right.
Dare I say the first girl to land in our problematically iconic
Girl
category.
T, she is iconic down.
Here's some of her most notable controversies. The fact that y'all managed to get some bullet points on this is mind-blowing. In June 2020, Gia publicly said on Instagram Live that she believed the pandemic was a hoax, called mask wearing ridiculous, and said many people are brainwashed. She got widespread criticism from fans and fellow Drag Race queens. Here's the thing about Gia. She went live on Instagram at the height of all of us being locked up and wearing masks.
Yes.
And said, what y'all are doing is foolish and ridiculous. Y'all are all idiots. First of all, she's crazy, but I lived. To be so wrong and to not give a problematically iconic is the only way to describe someone like this. She is literally crazy. So then in a turn of events, on July 7th, she put on Twitter, I just tested positive for COVID. Put on your mask. I'm sorry, like
Bianca saying, girl.
I'm sorry, like.
I live. That is hilarious.
Can you read her follow-up tweets, please?
Just got denied entry at Toast Bakery LA for my temperature being 1 degree higher than the required temperature. It truly is a new time and I don't know if I'm ready for it all. Never have I ever felt more embarrassed and uncomfortable simply trying to go treat myself to a snack.
And then someone replies, Gia, having a high temperature is nothing to be embarrassed about, but going out in public while displaying symptoms of COVID definitely is. Get a test. To which she replied,
when you're healthy and in tune with your body, you don't need to test to tell you anything. If I was sick, my body would be letting me know. These tests are just man-made as this virus.
She is problematically iconic.
Right.
Now, shout out to my sister Gia Gum. First of all, I really do love Gia. It's not about who you like and don't like and stuff like that. I just think that a lot of people are gonna relive this, people who didn't know, and we're discussing all this stuff. It's public knowledge that she's talked about, that everyone has discussed. And they're gonna, have their opinions all over again. That's just the life of a public figure, a celebrity. It's gonna always be in rotation. People are always gonna just be finding things for the first time.
Right.
But this woman, this is just one scandal. When I tell you she's had scandal after scandal, I'm not gonna bring them all up, but just know, problematically iconic. Would you agree?
Yeah, she's
And
iconic down.
I can already hear the comments now, gonna be like, oh my God, Mistress and Arrietty are making a laugh-free mockery out of it. Listen, I'm not saying that this is funny. These are very traumatic and crazy things, but I'm gonna laugh.
I mean, isn't comedy
I'm gonna consume the
horrible things with time passing? Isn't that what that is? And bitch, I'm not good at comedy. So how do I know that?
Wake it up, wake it up. Who is the next person?
Tyra Sanchez.
I want to be respectful because I think they go under a different name. I'm gonna refer to them as Tyra Sanchez because that's who we're discussing. If you go by a different name, I have no idea, but I do respect it. King Tyra for now.
King Tyra.
So we have season 2 winner, Tyra Sanchez.
That was a deep sigh.
Cause this one is like, listen, I do think the things that they've said and done, unforgivable. And without a doubt, I think we can both agree, instant chop. I think they should just be excommunicated from the Drag Race fandom, the stratosphere, the public eye. They themselves have distanced themselves. They don't want to be associated with Drag Race. But then it comes to the point where, like, do we hold these people accountable? Do we show them compassion and forgiveness? And that's why I find it interesting that you agree with showing people so much compassion. And that really is, like, admirable because I am someone, as a true Texan, I'm just like, let's just strike them down.
What was it? Guillotine?
No, down.
Guillotine down.
Marie Antoinette these hoes off with their head. But also, you have to think about the mental psyche of someone like Tyra. For all the way since season 2, imagine going online every single day and people saying that you don't deserve to be a winner. People have been harassing her nonstop. And then you get surprised when people come to this level where they just crack and break. So at the same time, I see both sides of the coin. But I mean, some of the In 2018, Tyra was banned from RuPaul's DragCon LA, and the reason was connected to allegedly violent or threatening posts towards other queens and possibly other behavior seen as extreme. Now, with all that being said about someone's mental state, I do still think if someone is mentally unwell and someone is struggling, I do still think it's appropriate to hold them accountable.
Yeah.
And that's why I still think that this can simply just not be forgiven. And I think that it's just giving instant chop. This person is just a truly disgusting person because July 2025, RIP to our sister, the Vivian. I just can't even like bring these words out of my mouth. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tyra basically goes on a rampage on Twitter talking about the Vivian and basically mocking that she has passed on. And I don't know, I just think for stuff like that, that's just beyond like distasteful. I think that's just like, that's like legitimately like some crazy shit. So I think that instantly moves Tyra to the instant chop section of our ranking. We have Sherry Pie. What are your thoughts on Sherry Pie?
I don't have thoughts. I've never met that individual.
Have you met Allison Mossy?
Who's that?
That's her alter ego.
Like Beyonce? No? Sasha Fierce?
Listen,
Is that her Sasha Fierce?
There was nothing fierce about this. So,
Oh no, duh.
long story short, I'm gonna read word for word.
Oh no.
This kind of situation, there is definitely a right or wrong. This is giving instant chop. There's really no coming back from this. I feel like the psyche of someone who would do something like this, they are mentally ill. Would you not agree? As someone who is mentally ill?
Not that drastic. It is crazy. Even if it wasn't a Drag Race girl or whatever, hearing that is crazy. Yes.
Yeah, I think it takes a lot to leave me speechless. Leave your opinion below. Let's really wake it up. Can someone come back and be a functioning member of our society and community after doing some crazy like this?
I think anyone is capable of like coming back, you know, fixing their psyche.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is just giving instant chop all around for our community, for everyone in general. Even if Sherry Pie was not a queen, not a part of the LGBT community, I think it's giving instant chop. To do all this is crazy. This is Joey. I want to start by saying how sorry I am that I caused such trauma and pain, and how horribly embarrassed and disgusted I am with myself. I know that the pain and hurt that I have caused will never go away, and I know that what I did was wrong and truly cruel. Until being on Drag Race, I never really understood how much my mental health and taking care of things meant. I learned on that show how important loving yourself is, and I don't think I have ever loved myself. I have been seeking help and receiving treatment since coming back to New York City. I truly apologize to everyone I have hurt with my actions. I also want to say how sorry I am to my sisters of season 12 and honestly the whole network and production company. All I can do is change the behavior, and that starts with me and doing the work.
Okay.
No,
she needs to be held accountable.
For the statements, taking emotions out of it, it was a good statement. Everyone's mental health and how they navigate life is different, but still, it's still giving instant chop. Next up, we have Elliot with 2 T's. Okay, I feel like this is going to really upset some people, and people are not going to agree. I think that...
Do you think she's walking the tightrope?
I don't know, because all the girls have jumped on, and all the girls have said that she's transphobic and racist, X, Y, and Z. I believe our sisters, especially Candy and Mick. I know Candy and Mick pretty well. I've been around them. They're not people who would just make crazy statements and lie. I do think that this person has definitely exhibited behaviors of, you know, maybe saying some transphobic things or some things that people would take as racist.
Right.
Do I think that she's actually transphobic or racist? Not necessarily.
I mean,
I just think
need to learn.
Yeah, I think that she
Right.
just has done some things that are problematic and things that is a joke to her but can be offensive to other people.
Right.
And you could hurt people in the process of doing things like that. In September 22, Got Mick mentioned on her podcast that a season 13 contestant made openly transphobic remarks during filming. Got Mick said this impacted them enough to reach out to the show's Queen Carrot therapy program. And then Candy openly says that it's Elliot. Now, I think that as someone who lived through this moment with and like watching this and watching everything play out, life is not always black and white. Can what this person said have been taken as transphobic and racist and offensive? Yes. Definitely should not be saying that, should not be, you know, surrounding yourself with people like that. And I think that's when it's appropriate as someone like Mick or Candy or her peers to be like, bitch, I can't with you.
Yeah.
I think that's appropriate.
That's fair.
But also to like ridicule someone every day and like ruin their life, and now this girl is like constantly going through the struggles of like, can she even have a regular life or career? I think that's when I kind of go like, question mark. Again, not that I agree or disagree because I do see both sides, but I think this is the one where I'm just like, walking the tightrope. Like, we should be weary of you. We should see what it gives. But I think that's someone we could be open with. Maybe you have took the steps to learn and you could be reformed. Or she at least has said that she's done a lot to like educate herself and to empower other people who she might have put down at one time or another. So I think that she's walking the tightrope. Maybe she could have her comeback.
I agree.
What would you tell Elliot if she's watching right now?
If you put in the work and you believe in yourself and growth, you will achieve the life that you want.
I like that. Okay, next up we have Ariel Versace.
What did she do?
So Ariel Versace did a 9/11 number. An offensive comedy number on an offensive comedy night. I'm from the rare day and age, maybe because I'm not PC. Okay, y'all call me, I'm not with the woke. Do I think that we could do crazy comedy from time to time?
Yes? No?
I think so. Why not? But then again, so many people lost their lives during 9/11.
Gee.
Should we ever fully like joke about that? For me, as someone as an entertainer, I don't think I would necessarily do that. When the live action Little Mermaid cast was revealed, Ariel Versace did say her Ariel is not black.
Wait.
We took a dark turn very quickly. So they announced that Halle Bailey is going to be playing Ariel in The Little Mermaid. And here is the quote from Ariel Versace's Facebook status that no one asked for, by the way.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I regretfully say I hope this isn't true. Not because this actress is black. She's literally stunning and her sister are amazing vocalists. But like, you can't stay true to the character integrity. Like making the cartoon we grew up with come to life within the actress. This is coming from a natural redhead. I'm sure people would be a little angry if they were to cast Anne Hathaway as Tiana from Princess and the Frog. Like this just goes back to like, this person is just saying what they truly think. And I do think that like, obviously what they're saying is wrong. I don't agree with that. I do think they're idiots, but like...
Girl, next. Wait, where would you put her?
You know what?
Where would you put her?
Ooh, you're messy. I'm gonna say that she's going to have to... For me personally, I'm gonna say it's an instant chop. I just would never associate with someone who thinks that way about...
Well, yeah, it's too.
Yeah, you know, it's instant chop for me. We're sending our love though, for sure. Who am I to chop someone? I'm nobody. People are gonna argue that I should be on the instant chop.
Dang.
Okay, next up we have your Seattle sister.
Robbie Turner.
So for those of you who don't know, Robbie Turner was almost like the OG canceled Drag Race girls. Yeah, because you know, she lied that she was in the car accident in an Uber.
All right.
And then she basically would always post these really crazy, outlandish stories. She kind of was the OG Mistress. Like she borderlines on lying. Robbie Turner just made a bunch of lies about how, you know, they were in a fatal car accident while riding in an Uber and they claimed that the driver had died and she was in the hospital with some injuries. And long story short, it came out that she was Uber had no proof that any of this happened. And I think she got really embarrassed and basically was just shamed into cancellation of herself.
Oh, wow.
Now, as someone who loves villains, as someone who loves liars, I'm gonna have to put her into problematically iconic section.
Oh my god.
I think Robbie Turner can have her comeback moment. I think Robbie Turner for All Stars, I see the vision. This video's gonna get me in trouble. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. She's problematically iconic. Cancel me if you want to. Robbie, come back. We love you. Okay, I know this one is going to get me in trouble. Next up, we have Nina Bonina Osama Bin Laden Brown.
You already know.
In February 2021, Nina Bonina Brown faced backlash after making transphobic remarks about fellow Drag Race contestant Gottmik during a YouTube review. While discussing Gottmik's runway looks, Nina said, "Of course Gottmik can wear this and still have curves. Oh, we know why." Implying that Gottmik's body was artificially enhanced due to her being a trans man.
Oh my god.
So then the girls started coming for Nina Bonina Brown.
Yes.
Jan Sport NYC tweets, "Transphobia is absolutely disgusting and won't be tolerated here. Nina Bonina Brown, that was horribly violent and gross. Shame on you." Then Queen Priyanka says, "I'm gonna message her instead of tweeting it. I think that's the right thing to do."
Did she?
Transphobia is unacceptable.
She just tweeted it.
Transphobia is unacceptable, and although we assume we already knew that, people are still dumb and need to be educated. So basically, everyone starts jumping on Jackie Cox, Lemon, Evie Oddly. Everyone just starts getting Nina Bonina together. Listen, I think in this moment, I think Nina was definitely wrong for her comments about Gottmik, but I think that also, I don't think that's something we should be excommunicating people from. I think it's just a matter of educating people and be like, that's not really funny, that could be offensive to me. So I think I would kind of put Nina in the problematically iconic bracket as well. Okay. It's kind of like Gia Gunn, where I see Nina, you know, get canceled every other week. She says some crazy shit. But I always love people who would just freely be themselves.
Right.
And I will still condemn them. I will still be like, bitch, you are dead ass wrong for what you said.
Right.
But I don't think it necessarily means that I think you're an absolutely horrible person. I just think maybe you just have a really weird way of thinking you deserve to be educated.
Yeah.
You deserve some spankings.
Oh.
So Nina Bonina, you're problematically iconic.
Valentina.
Your Latina sister.
I love her.
Some fans will get involved in things that don't really involve them because like all the stuff that I've seen Valentina like get canceled for, people like say Valentina's problematic for, is kind of stuff that happens off the show that really has nothing to do with anyone. And I think that kind of goes back to people just wanting to hate on people.
Gotcha.
So Valentina is always unapologetically herself. Valentina is admittedly a diva. The world revolves around her, and I can't blame someone for that. I kind of live. They say that she's known for being rude backstage and that she makes over-the-top demands and she wanted only red M&Ms. She literally wanted to get the bag of M&Ms and only pick out the red M&Ms. Like, that sounds crazy. But here's the thing. I actually recently worked with Valentina.
Yeah.
And dare I say,
Dare you say it?
a sweetheart.
When I worked with her, she was nice.
She is a diva. Valentina is the Mariah Carey of RuPaul's Drag Race. The world revolves around her. She wants to be given the only muñeca. I think she really is the only one who could be on this list in the misunderstood category. Would you agree?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Valentina, I think that you're a sweet, perfect, innocent angel. And you're just misunderstood.
Adore. Well, yeah.
Next up, we have Shangela. We have a live studio audience and the gasp and the groans I've just heard. If this was the olden times, I would undo the roll. The scroll would just go for miles and miles. And let me just all say, I am not Elle Woods. I'm not Judge Judy. This is all allegedly. This is all, I don't know what none of this is giving.
Right.
This is just all what we hear, what we read about. I'm just the messenger. So Shangela has been accused of not one, not two.
How many?
Not three.
Oh, Jesus.
Not four.
Stop, please.
But 5 times.
Oh my God. Do we have to continue? That's crazy.
I'm not gonna go into detail. It's not my thing. Y'all can read about the court cases and whatnot. Listen, I just think that just has to give instant chop, right? I can separate the artist from their work and who they are as a person. I just think with this, 3, 4, 5, if it looks like a duck, sounds like a duck, baby, it has to be a duck. Like, this is crazy. Like, it's given instant chop. And I think that we should remove them from the spotlight, and I think we can celebrate them as an artist from what they did in the past and enjoy them on season 2 and the multiple seasons of Drag Race they were on. But I don't think that there should be a future for people like this, because I think especially when it comes to like or just mishandling people, not only are you ruining these people's lives and also forever traumatizing them and just going about your life and taking advantage of people, but it also looks so bad on our community and us as the queens, and there's just so many factors that play into it where I kind of feel like it's beyond selfish for multiple reasons. But you know what? That's not my story to tell, and it's not my hearing to give the verdict on. I'm not joking. I love this woman.
Okay.
Eureka O'Hara.
I met her.
What were your thoughts? Did you see her first or did you smell her first?
Oh.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Before we even jump into her, you're watching and tuned into Mistress Mondays. You know her lore. If I could just do video essays on one person for the rest of my life, I am a fan. I literally am a Eureka O'Hara fan. I love Eureka. Yes, I've had my fallings out with her. Yes, I have her blocked on everything. We do not with each other. Eureka O'Hara will always bounce back from controversy. Eureka O'Hara is problematically iconic.
I do agree with you. She does bounce back.
Because you know why? And let this be a lesson for everyone watching and for us too.
Yeah.
Eureka is always herself.
That's
Eureka is always 100% herself. You may be annoyed as you may be like, this bitch is off the you rocker. She does not give a
Yeah, she's her. And let's just leave it at that.
I really shouldn't even get into the overview of her. We'll just give her biggest controversy. When fans surfaced a video of her saying the N-word multiple times.
Oh my God.
To which she goes on Instagram Live and says, this is her word for word. If I'm guilty of anything when it comes to racism, it's that I wish I was black, bitch.
Do you agree with that statement?
No. Then she puts on Facebook, this was 6 years ago and I was singing this song with a friend who is a trans woman of color. I was also trans at the time, which is no matter, but it was not meant negatively. I know better now than to ever sing the words of a song with this word. It's inappropriate and disrespectful, and I'm so terribly sorry that I was too young and stupid to realize it should never be said in any context. I love y'all and I'm sorry.
Is that a skyscraper?
That's an elephant.
Oh. sorry.
This woman is unwell. Her controversies are never ending. I think that she definitely could be in the instant chop category. And I see people show her no grace. I see people harass her, and she has definitely reaped everything that she has sown. But I'm sorry, we have to put her in the problematically iconic. This bitch is crazy. Last but certainly not least, your drag inspiration.
Don't you ever.
Sharon Needles. The list goes on and on with this woman. She has been repeatedly criticized for using racist language and slurs, wearing Nazi imagery, performing in blackface,
It's a boo.
wearing costume elements tied to white supremacist symbols,
It's a boo.
using a Confederate flag in performances,
The list continues.
allegedly having to do stuff with. I'm not taking this as gospel. I'm just reporting, and I'm just digging into why people are upset about this person.
Yeah.
There's too much to really dive into. Just that alone.
Yeah.
Instant chop.
Okay.
Let this be my last little controversial or unpopular opinion. As someone who goes to therapy, as someone who encourages people to learn and grow, I do believe you can learn and grow from most things. However, when you have this stuff so deeply rooted in you, where you literally are the craziest, most problematic, most controversial, I think that essence of who you are will always be inside of you. And for that, I think you have to be instantly chopped. A lot of people in this list, maybe you shouldn't be a public figure. Maybe you should not be in the spotlight. I know I said that was gonna be our last one, but we cannot be here and not rank ourselves.
Okay.
And there people are gonna be like, oh my God, Mistress waited till the end, that way she could look better. Well, yes. I'm going to say, for myself, I have really not had many scandals or controversies. I am a sweet person who stays out of drama. I'm gonna say though, I could definitely see how I'm misunderstood.
I can see that.
For you,
You're a sweet person. And remember what I just said, you're a sweet person.
I appreciate that. For you, I'm gonna say you're walking the tightrope. You
Okay.
said some stuff that's problematic. You should be canceled.
Yeah.
But I genuinely do think that you are sorry for the things that you have said.
I am.
And I've seen you put the work in. I've
Thank
seen you
you.
make the effort. But I also think, as someone on the other side who also understands people you've hurt, I do think I can understand why people don't with you.
I get that.
But
And honestly, I understand.
No, but that's honestly why I think that you have grown enough to understand that, because there are people, like some of the people on this list, who don't get it.
Gotcha.
But I think the most important thing to do is to understand.
Yeah.
And listen, to everyone watching, yes, we are canceled, and yes, we are problematic. Well, they are. I'm not. Because of people like you who tune into Mistress Monday every single Monday. This has been a crazy video. This is probably gonna be my most problematic video. We're gonna get canceled for this. I brought you here because I wanted you to share your story and your voice, and I wanted people to understand where you're coming from, and I think I might have just made things worse for you.
I am a child of Jesus Christ, and I love you all.
Listen, with that being said, to all the queens on this list, to everyone involved, let me just say, no one can dictate who's canceling. Well, people can dictate.
They can dictate. They can dictate.
You can work on yourself. Well,
Yeah, I mean, you can. You can.
I guess at the end of the day, things just are what they are. The crumbs and the cookie falls where it falls, baby. In the video, I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was so much fun.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
People are going to shred us in the comments. As this video has gone on, my best piece of work ever.
Oh.
Where can they catch you? What do you have going on right now? What's the tea? Are you doing content still?
Uh,
Are you on the social media?
Yeah, social media, Arrietty_the elf.
To all my girls, thank you for tuning in to another Mistress Monday. This has been such a problematic, crazy video. I hope it doesn't get me canceled. I'm just the messenger. But listen, if you are gonna cancel me, make sure you go and subscribe over on the Patreon, because at least put some coins in my pocket. Make
Subscribe,
it worth it.
subscribe.
I love y'all so much. Mwah. Bye.